All right, and there we have it, the very first impressions of my MBUX. But of course, we would like to learn a lot more about it, which is why I look forward to my two guests on the show today. And next to me is the man responsible for the development of this intelligent infotainment system, member of the board of management of Mercedes-Benz and head of case, Sajid Khan. Welcome.
Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you for having me here.
It is my great pleasure. Thank you for joining us. And also the next generation of MBUX will have a very special look and a very special feel to it, obviously. And to learn more about this, we are also joined live from the studio by none other than Chief Designer at Mercedes-Benz, Gordon Wagner. Welcome, Gordon.
Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Sajid. Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
Gordon.
Hi there. We're really glad you could join us. Now, Sajid, I would like to start off with you. Could you tell us in just a few words what has happened with MBUX so far?
Actually, we had first launched MBUX in 2018, and that was received very well up in the market by our customers because they found the system very interactive, very intuitive. And now we have brought this MBUX to another level of intelligent and personalized version. I call it my MBUX, but we're going to go in detail on that one afterward.
We will go in detail, and of course, the stunning design did play a very important role. And speaking of design, of course, that's right up your alley, Gordon. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the design philosophy behind MBUX and what was your vision behind the whole thing?
Yes, Jasmine. My vision is to make Mercedes the most desired luxury brand. And like every luxury brand, we have a very distinctive style. Ours is called Sensual Purity. And to explain that, I brought you a little video clip with me. So let me take you on to that interactive journey, please.
Sounds great, Gordon. Let's go on that journey.
My vision is to create the most desired luxury brand. Luxury is about the desire for beauty. Luxury is, on the other hand, about the desire for the extraordinary, for what is exceptional and rare at its time. This bipolarity is the essence of our aesthetic soul, sensual purity. It is deeply rooted in our brand. Sensual purity is our significant style, which has become well established. With our aesthetic soul, we create icons that are desired by our customers. And we define the luxury at all times.
Beautiful. Thank you for that so much, Gordon. Now, we all know that design has been part of automotive manufacturing for over a century now, but it has only recently been about more than just shape and color. How has it changed from your perspective, Gordon?
Well, design for me was always more than just only how it looks. It's also about how it works. And therefore, we create something that is very beautiful, very desirable on one hand, but very clean and intuitive on the other hand. And of course, that also applies to software design we're doing.
And software design, that is, of course, where you come in, Sajid.
That's right. I mean, software as an alone is very magical, it's very nice, but without a great design, I mean, customer cannot experience this. And there we come in traction with the Gordon's team, where his team is supporting and working together with us so hard to create an end-user experience in such a way that the customer finds the design and the technology embedded together with each other.
Gordon, what is your take on that, on working on common ground with another team?
Well, I can't agree more to Sajid, and I really have to give that back to Sajid and his team. It's great working with him. Good design always requires good technology. So design and technology comes hand in hand. We, through design, stage technology in a way that it is intuitive, fun to use, and very beautiful. And therefore, I think this cooperation worked great, like always when great people come together.
I can only give that back to both of you gentlemen, and this was an especially extensive cooperation, we must add. So what were you hoping to accomplish for your part, Sajid?
When we started this new generation of the MBUX, I call it my MBUX, we have had a couple of things in our mind. We wanted to create something from comfort, convenience, and safety, while still making sure that it's a very detailed, thoughtful process by using some of the technology of the augmented reality, virtual reality, in such a way that everything around my MBUX, it should become the brain and the spinal cord of the vehicle.
And all of this, all in all, sounds like a huge leap forward in automotive technology. Now, Gordon, if we return to you and ask what your favorite feature is, what would you say your favorite MBUX feature?
Yes, this is actually a very popular question, and I have a very popular answer for that. It's, of course, the whole thing, the composition, starting from the looks, ending of how it works. But of course, we as designers, we love simplicity. If we like something, we take a line off. If we still like it, we take another line off. And the same we applied here to that software system, and we call it the understated mode. So it is very reduced. It's actually in line with the ambient light, and it really gives you the minimum amount of information you need. And that's really what true design is about.
Gordon, you have made us curious once more, and you have also prepared another video for us. Would you like to show us that?
Yes, of course. It's best to explain that in our virtual room through a virtual journey. So let me take you onto that luxury digital experience. Welcome to the new MBUX in the upcoming Mercedes-Benz S-Class. One main asset is the desire for beauty. We focus on sophistication, user delight, and a very luxurious visual style. Besides beauty, I'm convinced that the wow of how it works is highly relevant. Ease of use, simplification, and staging of high tech contribute to the luxury experience. With that in mind, and on my way to create the most desired luxury brand, we have worked hard to create a user experience far beyond beautiful displays. Besides the new look, we created a totally new digital approach for our all-new S-Class. This is the new welcome. You'll see that startup animation welcomes you with a calming star pattern. The familiar Mercedes environment now uses a deep 3D effect with the highest aesthetics. The exclusive mode exudes pure luxury and is specific to the new S-Class. We also created visuals for our sporty-oriented customers, like the performance look you see here. Of course, we also offer a minimalistic look. We use the absolute reduction for the understated mode, simplification at its purest level. When it comes to operation, intuitive is the key word. Informative content and driving functions are easily accessible with a vertical, simple swipe on the touchpad and the steering wheel. And a horizontal swipe calls up a new screen. Here, we see the car's many assistance systems in a dynamic 3D environment. All systems are shown on one screen, with less distraction, but with the most useful and important information to support safe driving. We are proud to be the first to market with a head-up display with augmented reality functionality. Using this system, driving relevant content is projected alongside the actual driving environment you see through the windshield. For example, clear animated arrows show where to turn. When the arrow fans out, you just follow its direction. It was never easier to navigate. For the first time in a Mercedes, we designed the head unit in a portrait format with ergonomic and intuitive touch operation. What you see is what you get. And as you can see, all icons and text are neatly structured. All settings are clearly marked and can be adjusted in a second to ensure a safe and comfortable driving experience. And of course, you can configure this to your preferences. The app grid is clear and easy to read, and it is also customizable. Without leaving the navigation screen, you can switch between the apps with just a swipe. Above all, high-quality renderings and clear settings ensure an intuitive and emotional user experience. I truly hope I've raised your curiosity. Soon, you'll be able to try it out for yourself.
Gordon, thank you. You've basically already said it yourself, but let me say this again. It is a work of art that you've created there. So thank you for bringing us that, and thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jasmine. Thank you, Sajad, and thank you, everybody. I truly believe this system is simply amazing, so I'm really looking forward to that. Thanks for having me, and stay safe.
Stay safe and take care, Gordon. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, we have moved back over to the seat exhibit, and Sajad has gotten comfy on the front seat right over there, and I'm sure that we now know MBUX looks good. It looks really good, to say the least. But of course, we would all like to know how it works exactly. So why don't you start out by explaining to us how it makes life for your customers even easier?
That's right. I mean, the first thing is as you get into the car, we have very well taken care of the 5 sensors we have. All of these sensors, we call them the personalization. So as you get into the vehicle, you get your personal profile and the whole car. It's set it up completely for you, whether it's an ambient lighting, it's a display on the front over there, it's a display on the right-hand side over there. And with a simple touch of a finger, you can just log yourself in, and then you are already into your profile. And there you see, okay, this is the whole vehicle prepared completely for you. This is how we start the entrance into the vehicle.
And I think one very interesting element right here is that more than one person or several people can actually log in, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the profile is completely related to one individual, and the individual could sit anywhere in the vehicle, whether you sit on the front seat, you sit on the passenger seat, or you sit on the back seat. You take all of your settings, all of your personalized kind of a way of driving together with you, whether you sit here or on the back seat. And I will show you afterward in the back seat also that all of those settings, whether it's a seat, it's light, it's navigation, it's telephone, your multimedia, everything is in there, and you can take everything on the back seat.
And we're going to have another look at that in detail. But why don't we start out with sharing content from passenger to passenger in general? How does that work? And maybe you can actually show us right here.
That's right. This is one of the major highlights over here. That okay, if you are seeing something, for example, if I'm watching a movie and I say over here, when I'm watching this movie, it should be shared with the rear seat over there.
Right.
Just only with the one touch, you can take that and you can just drop it to the rear seat, and it goes like boom, and it's on the back over there. In the similar way, whether it's a navigation content, it's a video content, it's an audio content, or any kind of a content sharing you would like to do, you can do among all these 4 seats in a very simple with one touch.
That sounds super easy, first of all. And second of all, I appreciate that you always keep the passengers in the rear seat in mind as well. So that's fantastic. Why don't we talk a bit more about all of these display screens surrounding you right there?
That's right. I mean, if you look at the whole technology which we have built as the display technology for the eyes of the customer, we have taken those technologies which are at the moment in the spring, like 3D display. So I'm having over here a 3D display. You see augmented reality technology down over there as an augmented reality head-up display. You see how the things are being projected on the street when you are driving the whole vehicle. And on this side, we have got the OLED display for the very precision to make sure that the customer has a very nice feelings in the eyes. So with the combination of these technologies, which are virtual reality and augmented reality, we have offered all the contents at different place in the vehicle in such a way that the customer finds the content where they need at that point in time.
Sajad, you just mentioned OLED technology, and that is a term that we're all familiar from television market, et cetera. Could you give us a bit more detail? What is so special about OLED technology?
I mean, the most important thing in the OLED is that you see whether you are in the daylight sunshine or you are in the night, the display and every content, like a picture and every kind of a very single pixel is so accurate that you have an ease of reading it and seeing it and all that.
Now, Sajad, you were also speaking about the interaction with the system. What do we need to know about that?
That's right. I mean, as I told you before, that we have tried to make it that these 5 senses of the humanity, which we have, like a touch, saying something, facial and all that. This is one of the way is also the gesture. We just move our hands to do some actions. So with the combination of, at that point in time, what kind of a technology you need, we have built up a couple of features in a way that, they all sounds very natural.
Could you give us that example one last time? It's about the sunroof, and then we're going to have a look at that.
That's right. So you just open the sunroof by just moving your hands like this, and then the sunroof opens, and then that's a very natural action you do.
Okay, we have now switched to the back seat, and we've just seen how content within MBUX can be swapped between passengers. And Sajid, I would now like to know, what about the functionalities for all of the other seats? Can you give us more information about that?
That's right, Yasmin. When we started working on the My MBUX, we actually started from the back seat. Because it's an S-Class, we wanted to do something great, which is going from the back seat to the front. So if you look over here, you have your own profile, you have the complete navigation. The whole system is available over here, which you can control from this seat, and you can give any kind of a command or any kind of a thing from here to any seat you would like to have. For example, if you're driving and you would like to navigate somewhere, you can just say simply over here, "Hey Mercedes,
how can I help?
Navigate to Stuttgart."
The route to Stuttgart is being calculated.
So you see, I made a command over
proceed to the
here
highlighted
while
route.
sitting on the back seat, and you look in the front, the navigation has already been set over there for the driver also. So it means you can do any kind of a thing you would like to do: telephone, navigation, video sharing, audio sharing, music, whatever you would like to do. You have a full control over here in the back seat as you could have on the front seat of this.
And we did see right now that the transfer was instantaneous, so that's a big benefit right there. And when I look inside, I see in the center console, we have a sort of computer. What is that all about, Sajid?
Actually, this one is, we call it a small tablet. It's an enhanced version for our MBUX. In this one, you also have the navigation running over here. You can, with this tablet, because you're sitting on an S-Class and it's a long version, so you can just lay down and you can control the full screen in the front over here. You see, I changed the things over here. They changed over there also. So first you can control it. Plus, it also offers you lots of new features which you can have from the cloud. You can go in any kind of an app and you can say, okay, I would like to have an access, for example, to my email or to my calendar or all those kind of things. And you go in there and there you see that, okay, your emails and the cloud calendar and all those things are available.
And it's all one, which is fantastic again here. Now, you showed us as an example emails, and you used the calendar app. That contains personal data, and obviously whenever we speak personal data, I'm sure the viewers would like to know, what are you doing for data security?
I mean, we take the topic of data security and data privacy very serious. We make sure that, okay, all kind of biometric data, whether it's from the speech or fingerprint or the face recognition, that stays inside the vehicle. So we don't take it out even also. And it's very secure over here. And whatever the data is going to provide the digital services in the Mercedes Intelligent Cloud, it also stays over there. Ownership of the data is with the customers, and we keep it like that, and we take care very well that it's very well secured.
You own your own data stays with you. I think that's something that we all like to hear. Thank you so much for giving us all of this insight. Everything is exciting, everything is essential, but still we're running out of time. I'm sure we could go on for hours and hours, couldn't we?
Absolutely. But Yasmin, thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain you what we have developed in My MBUX.